Amara stood in front of her husband, Kunle, her face showing both disappointment and amusement. She wore a bright yellow wrapper tied around her chest, her arms folded tightly across her body. Her sharp eyes moved slowly from his head to his toes, and her lips pressed into a thin line as if she was stopping herself from saying too much. Kunle stood there, looking embarrassed, his head bent down as he avoided her gaze. He was holding a towel around his waist and didn't know what to say. He shifted his weight from one foot to the other, like a child who had been caught doing something wrong. "Kunle," Amara began, her voice firm but not harsh. "How many times will I tell you? You need to be stronger if you want to keep up with me." Kunle's cheeks turned red, and he rubbed the back of his neck nervously. "Amara, I try my best, but you know I'm not as strong as you. And isn't love supposed to be more than just strength?" Her eyes softened for a moment, but she couldn't help teasing him. "Love is important, yes, but passion is important too. I need a man who can handle me. You're always tired, always saying you can't go another round. Marriage isn't just about love, it's about energy too." This wasn't a new problem. Almost every day, Amara would end up chasing Kunle in the compound or even in the street. In the middle of the night, Kunle would try to sneak away to get some rest, but Amara would catch him before he got far. "You think you can run from me, Kunle? I'm not done with you yet," she would shout, running after him. Sometimes she would grab the waistband of his shorts just as he tried to escape, laughing as he struggled. Kunle's reply would echo in the quiet night. "Help! Somebody help me! This woman wants to kill me!" His voice carried across the neighborhood, waking people from their sleep. The noise would make neighbors step outside, rubbing their eyes to see what was happening. Even the landlord, who lived in the same compound, would come out with his hands on his hips. Most times, they would see Amara dragging Kunle back into their home, like a mother pulling a stubborn child. The whole thing became like a free comedy show. Neighbors laughed until their sides hurt. "This is our evening entertainment," the landlord would joke. "Kunle, you better get stronger or hire a bodyguard." Soon, people in the neighborhood began staying awake just to watch. Some even made bets, would tonight be the night Kunle outran his wife? But every time, Amara won, dragging him home with a smile of victory. Kunle was not laughing. Inside, he was exhausted, tired of the running, tired of the jokes, and most of all, tired of feeling like he could not satisfy his wife. It hurt his pride deeply. One afternoon, Kunle went to a small bar to think. He sat in a corner, drinking slowly and staring at his cup. That was when an elderly man walked over to him. The man had a knowing smile and bright eyes that seemed to hold secrets. "My son," the old man said, leaning forward, "I hear you've been running from your wife. I have something that will help you." Kunle raised an eyebrow. "Help me? How?" The man lowered his voice. "I have a special medicine. If you take it, you will have the strength of a lion. Your wife will not be able to keep up with you." Kunle hesitated, but curiosity took over. "Are you sure this will work?" The man grinned. "I've been giving this to men for years. Trust me, you'll thank me later." Kunle, desperate for change, accepted the medicine. That night, when Amara hinted she wanted another round, Kunle surprised her. This time, his eyes were sharp, his body strong, and he didn't look tired at all. Round after round, he kept going, and Amara's shock quickly turned to panic. "Ah, Kunle, it's too much! Please, I'm begging you!" she cried, crawling to the fan in the corner, fanning herself desperately. She loosened her wrapper and sat with her legs apart just to feel the air. "I've never felt this kind of pain before. God help me!" She was sweating, breathing heavily, and too weak to stand. For the first time, she ran from Kunle, locking herself in the bathroom. Peeking through the keyhole, her eyes were wide with fear. "Is this the same man I've been chasing all these nights?" The following morning, the compound was unusually quiet. Amara woke up much later than usual. Her body ached all over, and she moved slowly as she got out of bed. Her legs felt weak, and her back was sore. The events of the previous night kept replaying in her mind, and each time she thought about it, her eyes widened. Kunle, on the other hand, was up early. He moved around the house with a new kind of confidence. His steps were firm, and his chest was slightly pushed out. He hummed a tune as he prepared his breakfast, acting as if nothing unusual had happened. When Amara walked into the sitting room, she glanced at him quickly before looking away. She sat down carefully on the edge of a chair, still feeling the effects of his new strength. Kunle turned and smiled. "Good morning, my dear wife. Did you sleep well?" She forced a smile, but didn't answer immediately. I'm fine," she mumbled. Kunle laughed quietly to himself. He knew she was avoiding his eyes. "You know, you were always telling me I couldn't keep up, but now it seems things have changed." Amara shifted uncomfortably in her seat. She picked up a throw pillow and hugged it tightly. "Let's just take things easy for now." Kunle sat down across from her, still smiling. "But Amara, I thought you liked challenges. Isn't that what you've been saying since we got married?" She didn't respond. Instead, she got up slowly and went into the kitchen, pretending to be busy. For the first time in their marriage, Kunle felt in control. He was no longer the man who ran through the streets at night, shouting for help. He had the strength and confidence he always wished for, and he planned to enjoy it. That evening, when the sun went down and the compound lights came on, Amara's heart began to race. Nighttime used to be when she was the hunter, the one full of energy, chasing Kunle around the room. Now, she found herself dreading the darkness. Kunle noticed her nervousness. "Amara," he called from the bedroom. "Are you coming in?" She froze. I still have some things to do," Kunle chuckled. "Don't worry, I'll wait for you." Her mind raced. She couldn't believe how quickly the situation had turned. Just a few days ago, she had been laughing with the neighbors as she dragged him home like a stubborn goat. Now, she was the one avoiding him, and the thought of another night like the last made her legs weak. When she finally stepped into the bedroom, she kept her eyes on the floor. Kunle patted the bed beside him. "Come, my wife. Don't be shy." Amara sat down slowly, gripping the edge of the mattress. She cleared her throat and tried to sound casual. "Kunle, maybe we should rest tonight. You know, take a break. It's not every day we need to, Kunle leaned closer. "But my dear, you used to say resting was for lazy people. Remember?" Her cheeks warmed. She bit her lip, trying to think of an excuse. That was before. Things are different now. Kunle grinned. Yes, very different. The days that followed only made the change more obvious. Whenever Kunle walked through the compound, the neighbors would greet him differently. Some would wink, others would give him a thumbs up. They had heard the noise from that first night, and gossip spread quickly. Everyone knew Amara was no longer in control. The landlord, who had often joked about Kunle's weakness, now had a new target for his teasing. One afternoon, as Amara was coming back from the market carrying her basket, the landlord called out, "Amara, be careful what you wish for. You said you wanted a strong man. Now you've created a lion." Some of the neighbors laughed, and Amara forced a smile, pretending not to care. But inside, she was embarrassed. The pride that had once burned fiercely inside her now smoldered with frustration and desperation. She refused to lose this battle, not to Kunle, not to anyone. Women don't lose to men in bed. My friends will laugh at me if they hear this. I must find solution to reclaim my pride in bed quickly. That night, when the compound had fallen silent and the faint hum of crickets filled the air, Amara slipped quietly out of their house. The white towel she had tied around her waist fluttered softly as she hurried down the winding paths leading to the river. The cool night breeze whispered through the leaves, but her heart pounded wildly, louder than the gentle rustling around her. The river was sacred, the place where generations had come, seeking blessings, strength, and secrets from the ancient water goddess Olokun. Amara's grandmother had once whispered tales of Olokun's power, stories passed down from mother to daughter. Tonight, with no one to guide her, Amara was determined to find that power for herself. The moon hung low, casting shimmering silver light across the surface of the water. She knelt by the riverbank, her hands trembling as she scooped the cool water and splashed it onto her face. The coldness startled her, but it also awakened something deep inside, a spark of hope. Then, from the misty shadows across the water, a figure slowly emerged. Tall and graceful, with eyes that gleamed like polished onyx, the river goddess Olokun appeared draped in flowing robes that shimmered like the river itself. Her voice was soft, yet commanding as she spoke. "Amara, child of the land, why do you disturb the sacred waters at this late hour?" Amara swallowed hard, her voice steady despite the pounding of her heart. "Great Olokun, I seek strength, the power to match my husband, Kunle. He has changed. He is strong beyond measure. I must not lose to him. Please grant me the power to be his equal." The goddess's eyes studied Amara carefully. Strength is not given lightly. It demands sacrifice, respect, and understanding. Are you willing to pay the price? Without hesitation, Amara nodded. "I will do whatever it takes." Olokun extended her hand, and from the river's depths, a small wooden bowl floated to the surface. Inside lay a fine, shimmering powder that sparkled like crushed stars. "Take this powder, and whenever you prepare to meet Kunle in the night, rub it gently on your face. It will awaken the fire within you, giving you stamina and power to match his own." Amara reached out, her fingers trembling as she touched the powder. The moment her skin met it, a warm sensation spread across her face, a tingling rush that made her feel alive, fierce, and ready for battle. "But beware," the goddess warned, her voice lowering like a distant thunder. "Too much power without control will consume you. Remember balance, or you risk losing yourself." Amara bowed deeply. "Thank you, great Olokun. I will honor your gift." With that, the goddess faded back into the mist, her robes blending with the shimmering river. Amara remained kneeling by the water's edge for a long moment, clutching the bowl tightly. The next night, when the moon was high and the compound bathed in cool silver light, Amara prepared herself. She mixed a small pinch of the powder with water and carefully rubbed it onto her cheeks and forehead. A fire ignited inside her, the warmth pulsing through every nerve and muscle. She felt renewed, powerful, the fierce woman she had always been, multiplied. Kunle was waiting, confident and calm as ever, in the bedroom. But tonight, Amara was not the same woman he had seen before. As the night unfolded, round after round, the roles shifted. Amara matched Kunle's energy blow for blow, sweat pouring from her skin, muscles burning with exertion, but her spirit unyielding. The powder's power surged through her veins, fueling her like a roaring river. Kunle's eyes widened in shock. "Amara, what is this? You're unstoppable." "Am tired." She smiled, her breath heavy but victorious. "I told you I'm not done yet." Hours seemed to pass in a blur of passion and power. The air was thick with heat and tension, every movement charged with determination. For the first time, Amara felt the strength she needed, the confidence to face Kunle without fear. But deep inside, as dawn crept over the horizon, both lay exhausted but victorious. Amara, triumphant, and Kunle, surprised yet admiring. Amara knew this was only the beginning. The river goddess had given her the power she needed, but the battle for control had only just begun. Kunle sat alone in the dim light of his room, the weight of defeat heavy on his broad shoulders. His heart pounded not from strength or passion, but from the bitter sting of failure. How could Amara, with her mysterious power from the river goddess, have so completely outmatched him? He had been the lion of the house, the strong man she once chased. Now he was the one left gasping for breath. The nights were the worst. Memories of their endless battles haunted him. The sweat, the pounding hearts, the relentless rounds where Amara's fierce energy never waned. Kunle clenched his fists. This could not be the end of his story. Desperation crept in. He remembered the old man at the small bar, the one who had given him a strange medicine that changed everything before. Kunle knew what he had to do. He had to find the old man again, no matter what it took. The next day, Kunle walked the dusty streets, eyes scanning every corner until he found the shadowed figure sitting quietly in the same dim corner of the bar. The old man looked up, his eyes gleaming with a secret knowledge. "You've come back," the man said, voice low and calm. Kunle nodded, his voice thick with urgency. "I'm losing her, old man. Amara's power is too strong now. I can't keep up. Please, tell me, what can I do?" The old man leaned closer, lowering his voice like a sacred whisper. "There is one thing left for you, bitter cola. Chew it before you make love. The bitterness will neutralize the supernatural power inside your wife. It will weaken her magic and restore your strength." Kunle's heart thudded. Bitter cola? It sounded strange, but if it meant victory, he would try anything. "I will do it. Thank you." That night, under the glow of a full moon, Kunle prepared himself. He bit into the hard, bitter cola pod, the sharp flavor burning his mouth. The taste was harsh, but he swallowed it down, steeling his resolve. Amara, radiant and fierce in her white towel, eyed him curiously, but didn't suspect his secret. The battle was about to begin again. The first rounds were electric. Kunle's energy surged, powered by the cola's strange magic. Amara's eyes narrowed in surprise as she felt her usual strength falter. The powder's power seemed less fierce, her body heavier, her breath catching. They moved with relentless force, sweat pouring from their skin, muscles trembling with every push and pull. The room was thick with tension and heat, both fighters locked in a deadly dance of wills. Round after round, Kunle's endurance shocked Amara. 20 rounds later, her breaths came in ragged gasps, her legs trembling as she collapsed onto the bed, utterly spent. Her face was pale, her eyes wide with shock and disbelief. Kunle, I can't. Your power, it's broken through mine. I'm defeated. Kunle looked down at her, exhausted but victorious. His voice was gentle but firm. Amara, it's not about who wins or loses. It's about us and finding balance. Outside, the compound was alive with whispers and laughter. Neighbors marveled that even Amara's supernatural strength could not withstand Kunle's comeback. The story spread like wildfire. Kunle had found a way to match and beat the power of the river goddess herself. But beneath the victory lay a darker truth. Kunle knew the cola's bitterness came with a price. Each bite drained not just Amara's magic, but chipped away at their bond, threatening to unravel the love that held them together. For now, though, Kunle was the lion again, stronger, wiser, and ready for whatever came next.